E-procurement is a platform mandated by the Government of Kosovo and managed by the Public Procurement Regulatory Commission. E-procurement is used by all contracting authorities of the Republic of Kosovo, domestic and foreign economic operators, and by any stakeholder. Contracting authorities conduct procurement activities ranging from the preparation, publication, opening, and evaluation of tenders to the contracting of the procurement activity, whereas economic operators, businesses, use e-procurement to be informed about all notifications or publications about public tenders, to download tender dossiers, and to prepare and submit direct bids on the platform. First, launch one of the browsers you have installed: Mozilla Firefox, Google Chrome, Microsoft Internet Explorer, Safari, Opera, or any other browser. In the address field, enter the name of the website, e-prokurimi.rks-gov.net. This video illustrates to the contracting authorities on the bid evaluation process. The official must log in the system with their respective username and password. The evaluation of bids is done by the contracting authority after the completion of the opening process. In the Procurement Procedures menu, we select the My Procedures sub-menu. Select the tender for which we want to make the evaluation and press the Details button. As with the opening procedure, first, a summary of all information and data for the selected tender is displayed. Here, we press the Tender Evaluation button and we go to the first step, General Procurement Information. The system enables to proceed by pressing the Complete Tender Opening and Start Evaluation button. After pressing this button, the process of opening the tender has ended and can no longer be accessed. The date of preparation of the evaluation report is set automatically, depending on which date we decide to start the tender evaluation. Depending on the appeals of the operators, the system also allows for re-evaluation by selecting the Yes option. Press the Continue button. In the second step, based on the internal decision, the manager of the contracting authority defines members of the Evaluation Commission. These members must be officials who are already registered in the system. The manager enters the names by searching the list of registered officers and selects them one by one. Also, the manager goes to the details of the procedure and presses the Procurement Officers button, and then the Add button to reconfirm the assignment of the Evaluation Commission members. From this moment, the manager transfers the evaluation process to the members of the Evaluation Commission. Initially, the Evaluation Commission members must log in the system with their respective username and password. Then click on the Procurement Procedures menu, and under the My Procedures menu, select the tender and press the Evaluation button. Save and continue. In the third step, the list of submitted bids is displayed. Here, we find displayed the name of the bidder, time when the bid was received, bid code, and bidder's code. The summary of the main tender data can be downloaded in two formats, Word and PDF. Save and continue. In the next step, the Evaluation Commission can see the summary of the first bidder. All bidding documents that need to be evaluated can be downloaded here. This should be done for all bids submitted for the tender being evaluated. Save and continue. In the fourth step, the information about the bidders who have applied for this tender is displayed. Save and continue. Next is the section in which the bid is evaluated based on the documentation submitted by the economic operator. This is started by listing the bidder's name, bid code, status, date, and time when the bid was received, as well as the case code. These are automatic records that are transmitted in this step. Depending on the documentation that has been uploaded, the Evaluation Commission may, by selecting either the Yes or No option, determine whether the economic operator has complied with the requests sent out in the tender dossier. For example, tender security, accurate submissions of subcontractor data, responsible tender with administrative requirements, additional information on the explanations and tender annexes. Within this field, the Evaluation Commission can also make the examination, evaluation, and comparison of the tender versus the administrative suitability. If the tender consists of more than one lot, then the Evaluation Commission evaluates the lots one by one in the same step, providing additional comments. At the end of this section, the status automatically generated by the system for the bid is admissible. The bid price is automatically transferred from the opening process. Save and continue. The same steps are followed in evaluating all bids for the respective tender. Save and continue. In the fifth step, guarantees, the system presents a window on the guarantees, and this is only if the contracting authority has requested guarantees in the tender dossier. Next, the system displays the guarantee evaluation forms, which are presented with all relevant records. These are the tender insurance, currency, amount of tender insurance validity period, and banking authority forms. And here it is decided whether the tender insurance complies with the requirements listed in the tender dossier. We can enter other information about tender insurance, if any. Next, the system asks to repeat the verification of the guarantees for each bidder in the tender. Save and continue. In the sixth step, eligibility requirements, the Evaluation Commission uses the checklist to verify the operators that have submitted bids and whether the bids comply with the eligibility requirements. The options generated by the system are in compliance and not in compliance. In the examination and evaluation, the Commission can enter comments on certain operators regarding the eligibility requirements. Save and continue. In the seventh step, analytical review of the required and submitted evidence on professional eligibility, the Evaluation Commission uses a checklist to verify whether the operators who have applied comply with the requirements of professional eligibility. The options generated by the system are in compliance and not in compliance. In the examination and evaluation, the Commission can enter comments on certain operators regarding the professional eligibility. Save and continue. In the eighth step, analysis of requests from the technical specifications, the Evaluation Commission uses a checklist to verify whether the operators who have applied are in compliance with the technical specifications. The options generated by the system are in compliance and not in compliance. In the examination and evaluation, the Commission can enter comments on certain operators regarding the technical eligibility. Save and continue. In the ninth step, analytical review of the required and submitted evidence on professional eligibility, the Evaluation Commission uses a checklist to verify whether the operators who have applied comply with the economic state. The options generated by the system are in compliance and not in compliance. In the examination and evaluation, the Commission can enter comments on certain operators regarding their economic and financial situation. Save and continue. In the 10th step, price analysis, all bidders are shown. Save and continue. In the next step, price review, Commission members have two options. The first option is to review bid prices and assess whether they are in accordance with the price description uploaded during the bidding, and the second option applies if the economic operator has made an error in the amount of plus or minus 2% of the bid value during the bidding, when the Evaluation Commission can improve the prices in the price field. However, for any changes made, information should be provided about the errors in the calculation in the respective fields. Also, if the price is abnormally low, the members of the Commission must change the status of the offer to inadmissible and decide the reasons for rejecting the bid in the relevant field. The same form of price review applies to all bidders in the tender. Save and continue. In the 11th step, tender evaluation, a summary of bidders is made by submitting the name of the operator and the status of the bid, which may be admissible or inadmissible. Save and continue. In the 12th step, award proposal, the system displays information about the tender, which are designation, status, estimated value, selection criteria, and also lists the bidding operators and displays prices with VAT, case status, bid status, and award. If the system criterion was responsible bid at lowest price, then the system automatically selects the operator with the lowest price. If the assessment criterion is the most economically advantageous tender, and when the sub-criteria set by the contracting authority are, for example, price, delivery time, and guarantee, then the evaluation committee members shall make the assessment according to the formula defined in the file tender. In the system, in the 12th step, the Commission ticks or selects the most economically advantageous bid. Save and continue. In the 13th step, conclusion of evaluation, the Evaluation Commission may enter their observations on the evaluation of responsible bids. They can also state the reasons supporting the recommendation for the contract award. And finally, we enter the date of conclusion of the evaluation. Save and continue. In the last step, Tender Evaluation Report, through the Create button, the system enables the creation of the evaluation report form, its printing, signing, and uploading on the system. Press Save. This step ends the process of bid evaluation for this tender. Here, we also conclude this how-to video for the tender evaluation process of the contracting authority. Thank you for your attention.